Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Learning Pro Live. My name's Cath Ellis, and I know this is very late in Australia, but this is the only time that I can do this. We are celebrating Vlogmas, a whole month of creativity, sharing tips, skills, knowledge. We've got a couple of people tuning in. Hello, Melissa. Thank you very much for your lovely message. Where are you tuning in from? And also Salah has said good morning too. So this whole thing, this whole Vlogmas, just want to try and talk a little bit about, as a freelancer, how I try and problem solve and think about different ways that we can deliver content. I mean, yes, we can deliver content in articulate storyline, and we can, use Captivate and Evolve and all these different authoring tools. But sometimes that isn't the solution that, is the best solution for a client. Now, if you've been catching up with what I've been doing, right? I've been basically doing a little bit of a process. So on day one, I took some content from FreePick and I put it into Illustrator and I converted it over to Adobe XD to start creating a mock-up. Then day two, took that content, put it into Storyline. Day three, started showing you how you can add animations to those items and how to not go overboard, just to use little subtle animations. Day four yesterday, I'll show you what we created because I've actually just finished it. Let me just open it up on my other screen. Oops. Let's open this one. And I'll go over to this screen. Okay, so let's just have a look at this. Okay, so the idea that I was talking about was, hi Reba, good to see you. Hope it's not too cold in Dallas right now. So I was talking a little bit about, creating learning experiences, ones that really are relevant for learners. They're not having to go through a whole load of content. They can literally jump into something and find an answer very quickly. This is an example of something that I saw in an Apple store last week, and it's just for the new HomePod. So I just built this in Adobe XD, and essentially I've had a home page, and then I've got all the other pages, and then in the prototypes, in the prototype section, I'm just connecting these pages up with one another. Okay, so if we just take a look at what that looks like, so we've got a nice little interaction that really, this kind of thing could be used in our industry for so many things. Okay, and I built this to for example, an iPad Pro size. So what size was that? I think I left it on the first page. Yeah, so it's a 12.9 inch. So, you could build something in Adobe XD and you actually don't even need to do anything with it. You can just share the link and open it up on the iPad, and there you go. You've got something that's fully interactive. If you wanted to do something like that. The same being, you could build something and just plonk it on your website from just going from the share and embedding the link. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do. If you put an iframe around that. Hi, Melissa. North Carolina. How's the weather in North Carolina right now? Is it cold? So today I wanted to continue this conversation about doing things a little bit different. And we are going to look at Keynote, right? So I get approached a lot about this needs to be an e-learning course. This needs to be an e-learning course. A lot of the time it doesn't. It just needs to be communicated, information that needs to be communicated. And right now I'm getting approached by a lot of people who are converting content from face-to-face to online. And I thought this would be a great skill to learn as an instructional designer. For those of you who maybe don't know about it and want to add this to your arsenal, how can we create a theme? So let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay. Melissa's saying it's chilly and then it's been in the 70s. Right, okay. Well, we're getting nicer weather here in Australia, which is nice. Which is why I love Christmas now. I kind of miss the cold weather, you know. So one of the features that is available now in Keynote is you can add this live video. Insert live video. Right. So I want to show you how you could potentially develop themes like this for whether it's you're working at a university or whether you are, working in a company and you want to create something that can basically deliver the content and have, to have a full presentation that has video in it. That you're not having to go to a video developer to do. So we're going to create a new one from scratch. And let's just pretend this is a Christmas message. Because I don't have any branding or anything for another business. Let's just, we could do something. We could do something else. Let's see, have I got a university theme. I want a logo, university logo. Let's see, something that we can just use for the sake of this exercise. I want something that looks quite smart. That looks okay, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Want something that looks quite nice. I don't mind this. Let's download this. I'm just going to pop it into somewhere that I can find it, because I'm just the worst. So let's call this Keynote Uni. And I'm just going to take a look at this. Okay, so we've got, we will have to do a little bit of work with this, but that's fine. Let's just open Adobe Illustrator. Okay, I need some fonts in this. Freepik's quite nice in the sense that you can, it kind of gives you everything that you need. So I just want to download this font. And this will, then you can see something instead of me just pretending. I was going to do a Christmas theme since it was Christmas, but let's just continue and do a university theme. Okay. All right. So is this now working? Yes, this looks fine now. All right, so we've got this university logo. So I quite like a few of these, but I'm attracted to this one in particular. So I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to go to File, Export Selection, and let's just call this Uni Logo. And I'm going to do it as an SVG. and I'm going to do it as a PNG. And let's make sure I'm putting it in the right thing. Yeah, so I'm putting it right here. So export. Happy days. So that's there. That's fine. So we can just minimize that. I will just get this red and make a note of that. All right, and we can jump back into Keynote. We're going to create a new Keynote, and I'm just using the plain white Keynote. So the idea here is if there ever needed to be communications by this university, okay, in which let's just drag the logo in. Can SVGs go in? Let's see, insert image. I bet you it won't, but we'll. No, okay. I'm just going to drag the PNG in. So I want this to be a bit bigger then. And I want it to be, I can actually do like a width. So I'm gonna call this uni logo large, and then I'm jumping back into my thing here. That's the color that I want. We're creating this, you know, I think having something that's real makes it quite relevant. So let's just do a bit of a splash screen in the beginning, because you can animate this and everything. It would be so good. So let's find a background. So we just want a background, and I want something like waves. So we're essentially creating a bit of a university branding here. I don't want to go too crazy. So a couple of the things that I think about are I look for things like vectors if I need to recolor something. And I also look at filtering this stuff. Look at what's the newest things that have come in. Sometimes that isn't the best, but certainly looking at popular is good. I also want to look at something maybe that's been published in the last year. So what's the most popular that's been published in the last year? So I want something that's going to go behind the logo, and just as I did with my own branding, okay, I've got just this nice pattern. Doesn't need to be crazy, just needs to be nice and simple. So I'm just going to find something quick that could be from a uni. Just bear with me a moment. I could also go background abstract. I want something that's going to be quite bright. And I think if I use something that's too funky, it's not going to suit. Okay, I'm going to pick something very quickly. Let's do something like, because I'll show you how to actually recolor this stuff. Not liking any of this, but I want a nice bold colour. Background, wallpaper. Hello, how are you today? I'm dragging my feet trying to find an image that's going to work for this. So just hold tight. I won't be long. I mean, background university. I don't want anything corporate like this. Okay, I'm just going to pick this. And we're going to do something with this. So I'm going to save this to my Keynote. And it's in a zip file. So I'm just going to open it up. And this EPS, I'm just going to open it here in Adobe Illustrator. And let's just do something with this. Oh, can I not edit this? Okay. I thought I could do something with this, guys, and it's not allowing it. Yeah, it is. Okay. I've made a bit of a difficult one. Right, quickly, let's find another one. This mesh. have seen this mesh before. Let's put this colour in, and we're just going to manipulate it. I'm gonna start by making things in some different shades. That doesn't look too terrible. And then the lines. What? Let's make these lines. Could that be a background? That actually works okay. What do you guys think? So let's go File, Export, Save for Web. And I really want to make this 1920 by 1080. So it's going to be a little bit higher. And that's going to be fine. We're saving that as a PNG. And I'm going to put that in my Keynote uni, and I'm just going to call this background. All right, so let's see if we can have a go with this. I want to show you my whole process. Okay, so we're going to now insert that background. I can literally just drag it. This was the uni project. Okay, so I'm going center back. We're going to do something with this. Let's just do that for the minute. Now we're going to put that full size, and let's bring in a camera. So we're going to go Insert Live Video, and here I am. So here we can play a little bit with these live video settings, okay? I can scale myself in. Oops. So you just double click and then you can move yourself around. Okay, so you can see I've got the mask. Now I also can decide to round corners. So I'm going to make that 30. Now, let me just make sure I've zoomed out a wee bit. Okay. Sometimes if I want to make sure that I'm perfectly embedded in here, I'll do... this is just the simplest way that I'll do it. I might just grab a shape. I'm just going to have that down at the bottom. Okay. And I might go, I want to be here. In the same way, I go insert shape. And I'm keeping this really, really simple. It's a way, just showing you basically how you can eyeball this. Custom shape. Okay, so the custom shape will allow you to, if you want this perfectly centered, you can just use these shapes around you to give you that little bit of guidance. Now from here, all the things that you can do in kind of PowerPoint, you can do here. So let's just put a border on this. We're going to make the border white. Okay. And let's just bump this up a wee bit to 10. All right. So here we've got a nice little logo. All right. We're going to pop the logo. Maybe in a little box. Bring this to the front. I'm going to make this box white. A little bit smaller. Here we go. I really don't like that there's a shadow on it, so just take that off. And here we go. Okay, so you've got a nice branded first screen. Okay, now what we can also do is, if you think about the logic of how someone's doing a presentation, there's going to be a splash screen in the beginning, okay? Then you're probably going to introduce the speaker, right? So let's just do a little lower third so you can introduce the person. So remember, what you're doing here is you're setting up a template that you can give to any facilitator to basically punch in content, but instead of it being, you know, bullet points, they can present it and they can deliver the content. Okay, so let's just do a lower third very quickly. So again, I'm just going to grab a shape, right? And we can do some different things with this. So let's just have a bit of fun and see what this looks like. So here I'm just going to make this white. Okay, and I'm going to take my little uni logo again. And I'm just going to make this small. Now here, I can basically do this white. What you can do, another thing that's pretty nice about working in where's it gone? Here. You can use the colour picker. So, you know, let's say you want to have a little bit of a border there. Right. And you can put in the person's name and their position. So let's just remember what the person, what the font was here. Legu. So we're going to go to text and find this Glegu. There it is. So let's use the colour. Okay, and we might make it a little bit bolder, and we're going to say Catherine Ellis. I'll use my proper name. Okay, so I've got a nice little lower third there in this line, and you can set it up basically just like you do in anything else. You can group it, and we can add a little animation. So animate, build in, we might just do a little pot. Okay, so you know, if this is us and we're presenting here, they've got control that they can do everything. I'm just going to move this up a wee bit. Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? So so it's likely that what's going to happen, and the thing is, when you give it to a facilitator, they can change it around as they want. So we'll take off the lower third. Okay, so now we've got a plain one. You can continue having the brand in there if you want to. And here we might want to do a nice little lower third explaining what is going to be, you know, it could be, well, actually, let's grab this. So we've got a shape and text to work in. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and just going to knock it up a little bit. I'm also going to center it. Center. And I might also do the same here. And when you're doing that, you can also have this totally ready. Right. I'm going to move this out of the way. and I want it to be centered. So this could be a presentation on adult learning principles, introduction. Right. So we'll animate this and everything. So when you hand this over to somebody, they're not having to do anything. We've got this little lower third appear. We can even work on timing that so it appears for a few seconds and then it goes away. Absolutely. I believe, Reba, that we're in a situation where we're overthinking a lot of things. We're creating, like, even if this was something via Zoom, okay, or if it's just a video that a teacher wants to do, I'm going to show you how you can record it directly in Keynote. But if not, they could go live on Zoom with something like this. And it's much better them being on screen than being tiny off the side and just bullet points appearing. So here we can build it with the live video, and it will help learn it. It's really making learners feel like they've got the teacher right there with them. So again, we can do the same thing here. We can add a group to this. Okay, and we can do the same kind of animation if we want. We'll just do a pop. Okay, and there's different ones as well. That might work. Again, I'm very careful with what I do with animation. It can be over the top. If we want something that's nice and clean. All right, so this is great. We're going to give our facilitator lots of options, okay, that they can use for slides. So let's say the facilitator says, well, I want to have text on the screen as well. Let's just go back what we had there. So what I might do is, this is how I work things out. So if I just get a line here, I want this line to essentially be in the middle. I mean, I could use guides, I suppose, but this is as easy as. So what I'm going to do is kind of eyeball this a little bit. And what's nice is I can scale myself out a little bit here. Okay. Obviously, this is what I'd look like if I was presenting in front of the camera. And what we can do is we can create another shape. We're going to pretty much do the same as what we did here. And I just want to move this over. Just like that. And again, within the style, I can put borders if I wanted to, but we're not. We're just going to keep it one solid color. We're going to make it white. But here, I do want to just working something out here for a second. So the corner radius, okay. So let's just do ourselves a favor here and do one with a corner radius. And we'll make that corner radius 30, which is exactly the same as what we had there. We're going to make that a plain color. Now, you know, we could even put less emphasis on the teacher, in which I'm just going to scale myself down a wee bit more, and I can click in and I can move myself as well. I want to make sure that I'm centered, and I'm just going to bring this over. Okay, so now if an instructor wanted to start having their bullet points or things like that, if they're showing a process, they can do that here. Okay, so let's just grab in a header. Just going to grab this again. And we can go. I like to, when I hand over something to, especially teachers and things, I center it. So just gonna bring this down. Okay, and we can maybe put some we'll put an image in here, just as an example. So let's just find an image of uni students. We now want photos. Right, let's find that these guys look pretty happy. All right, so I'm just gonna come back over here. And let's just drag that image and let's say our culture at the uni, or just our culture. Okay. You're now inspired. I am inspired. Yeah, absolutely. And what you can do with these is you can actually put there's kind of inbuilt borders with Keynote. So you can, if you want to, add something like these. You know, it just adds a little bit of something. So now, you know, that's looking pretty nice. Okay, so again, you can just start playing now with this. So, you know, we've got this second layer. You might say, I want to make this a different shape. So you can come down here and you can go square. Or you can just use your custom shape, I suppose. Right. Okay. You could add something else here if you wanted to. Let's just grab another shape. Could be a teacher's wanting their details to be on the bottom. Let's just have a quick look at this. View, show rulers. That's going to be useful, isn't it? And the same at the top, I can just grab some rulers. And also, so here, I'll do another one. So this is how I just make sure everything's matching. I mean, you might bring to front. And then this is just white. And again, you can just oh. You might go you might have something like that. So all basically people are needing to do is come in, change their name, right? You might even help them. They can change up images, change their details, put it in whatever order they're wanting. Okay, so on my one, what else did I have? Okay, so I had this one appear, which is fine. I had a lower third. So I showed how to bring things up on the screen. Okay, we'll maybe do something like this. All right. So again, let's duplicate this. A very kind of common thing that I'm seeing is sorry, let's just take this corner radius to 100. Okay. I mean, I use this kind of thing a lot to do presentations. So let's just pop this down at the corner. You can even overlap it. Okay. And if you want to move this stuff around, there's Nice and easy to do it. Bring this to the front. I don't know why that isn't changing. Ah, I bet you it's because I'm on text. Yeah. So, that's my fault. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm wondering to I've made a mess of that. Hang on a second. Not sure how that looks, but okay, so you can do different things, right? Here I want to give someone a full space to do something. Okay, could be a diagram or a graph or something like that they're talking about. What I'm trying to say is they can always be on the screen. Oh, thank you very much, you sir. Okay, now I want to try and do something with this because I'm not loving this. So let's maybe put a circle in the background. I'd like that. I'd like to show this colour. I'm just going to bring this to the front. And I can see something like this actually being used at somewhere like a uni. Okay. So again, we can animate this in. I might do to show you some different things. So what you can do here is under this top menu, you can look at the build order before you start animating here. Okay, so we're saying when this begins, it just appears. Okay, nothing's applied to it right now. Let's change that. So let's actually animate this pop here, or this circle with a pop. Okay, so we're going to go pop. And then we're going to add an animation here, which we can change that. Let's maybe do another pop. Okay. So we want that to happen automatically, right? So once this loads, okay, after transition, this appears, and we can put a delay on it. And after, so I can say after build, this appears. Okay, so let's just take a look at that. Okay, and what you can do is we can then do a build out, which is going to move the page to the next page. In fact, let's do this. Let's do that with build, but let's give it a little bit of a delay. Just let's look at that. And I want to so now we've got this nice little animation. Maybe it's not fast enough. Okay, and then what we can do is do a build out. So we're going to say let's change that. Let's have it and go top to bottom. We're doing the same thing here. Move out top to bottom. We want it to happen at the same time. Okay, so it's moving out, but we want a delay. We want maybe there to be a second, and we want this to happen with the build. So let's just see what that looks like. That's a little bit too fast. So that's 5 seconds, that's 1 second. Okay. Nice. Okay, so here we're saying, how do we want this to appear? Okay, so we do have this animation as well. So we'll say after the transition, we want it to come in after a second. So let's just again have a quick look at this. Okay. Now what we can do is add so the transition, we want it to move over. So let's just see if I can explain this properly. Okay, so see how that is nice and easy. Okay, so here the transition is automatically with a 50-second delay. All right, now you can start going a bit crazy with this stuff. So I just say, if you want, have a nice transition like I mean, you can do stuff like that. I don't particularly like it. Is there just a fade? Yeah, I just leave it without. Okay, so that had a nice animation. That first transition there. Oh, that should have been automatic, sorry. Okay, so the logos come in and they appear. and they can say, hello, my name is Cath Ellis. I'm a lecturer here at the University of North State, and this is where you can control this a little bit. So you could either leave it on, and then if you duplicate the slide, when they want it to be gone, they can just do that themselves. So here they're in full control, and they've moved over to the next slide. Then they can start talking through their slides, but they're here on the screen. Very good. It's this is how I'm going to present at the next conference that I'm doing, and it's going to be, yeah, I think great. So I just wanted to show you how you can start thinking about presenting information in a different way. Let's say this is the university and a new process has just happened, like we have in businesses, that we're solving their problems. We've got this new policy that's out. We don't know what to do. We need to do an e-learning course. A lot of the time I say, why don't you just do a video and explain what you need to do? You can still put it on the LMS. You don't need to, hi Mudasir, you don't need to go to this level of detail. This is Keynote mod. So you can look at the playback. I just created this fake uni, and essentially what I'm doing is building some slides, building some live. So if you go to insert, you can go live video and put live video straight from Keynote. So if you think about how great this is for presenting at conferences or other things. And we did a few page layouts. So here's what we've done. Okay, we've built a nice little animation. It switched straight over to the slide. The lower third has appeared. When the facilitator's ready for it, they can turn that off. They can, basically build out their pages of content. This just becomes like a, thank you. You know how much I adore you. So basically the teacher can develop this content out however they want. And then when they go to present it, let me just fix this. And then when they essentially go to present it, you've got a few options. So watch this. This is really cool. Let's just stick another image here just so it's not blank. Now remember, you can, the nice thing is you can animate anything in this. So, all right, let's pretend you've got the case where you've got a teacher and they're saying, I want a video and I want a full produced video, etc. And you go, okay, well, how about you give me your slides and I'll put it in a template and then you can record it yourself. So if you come up to the top of Keynote, okay, and what you can do is you can come to play and see this record slideshow. So let's just click on that. Actually, I'm going to go back to my first one. Okay. I'm hoping you can see this. So here at the bottom, you can see I've basically got my audio that's popping through, and I change the settings of whatever I want from here. Okay. So I can click record. So 3, 2, 1. Hello, my name's Cath Ellis. I'm a lecturer here at the University of North State. Let me tell you about this program. Today, we're going to be talking about our culture. If you want to contact me, this is my name. And thank you very much for attending the presentation. Right, let's just pretend that's it. What you do is you click on this red button when you finish. We'll click it now. And you basically exit the slideshow. Now, what you do is you go to play, right? And you can, let's just play the recorded slideshow, okay? Hello, my name's Cath Ellis. I'm a lecturer here at the University of North State. Let me tell you about this program. Today, we're going to be talking about our culture. If you want to contact me, this is my name. And thank you very much for attending the presentation. Right, let's just pretend that's it. What you do is you click on this red button when you finish. Okay, so you've got that. Now, here you go. Let's take a look at this. If you then go to File, right? And then you go to Export to Movie. You can do this slideshow recording that you've just made. Okay. And if you just leave these settings as is, right? Go next. Choose where you want to save it to. So I'm going to save this back to my thing that I did. What do we call it? Keynote Uni. And this, I'll call this recording. Okay. Click export. So this is if they wanted to do a video. Now remember, you can do this just live on Zoom because you're basically just sharing your screen and sharing your presentation. Okay, so let's just do this. And I'll show you just how good it looks. So I'm just going to jump back down here. Keynote Uni. And here it is. All right. Hopefully you can see this. Hello, my name's Cath Ellis. I'm a lecturer here at the University of North State. Let me tell you about this program. Today, we're going to be talking about our culture. So you get the picture. What do you guys think about that? Now, you can apply this to many different things, whether this is Christmas time and you're working at Qantas, whether it's Qantas, the airline, and they want to do a comms, you could use something like this. Whether it's a school, university, even a communication to customers, right? Let's pretend you're a disability business and you want to talk through your Christmas closing hours. Something like this looks great with your own branding. So I wanted to just show you how you can use Keynote Live, how I went about creating this little bit of branding. This was just a pretend business. And last, to just get us start thinking about what do we really need to have as learning? What can we create with other tools? Like I said, I'm getting a lot of people reaching out to me saying, I need to convert this into a course. And I'm not always convinced that things need to be a course. They can just be a video like this. So even if you were going to create a nice little template and hand it over to the client, this is just another little thing in your pocket that you can offer to your clients. Anyway, I'm going to sign off because it's very, very late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'm so glad that so many people tuned in. I hope that this has been useful. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I am doing Vlogmas. I am, really enjoying this exercise. There's going to be some really good tutorials coming up. Like I said, I want to do a augmented reality experience using Aero. I am showing quite a lot of design tools, Adobe design tools. I hope that you're enjoying this. I get a lot of people saying, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? So I hope that you're this is useful. And yeah, just keep tuning in. Like I said, yesterday's was I think a pretty good tutorial. I did like an interactive experience. And if there's anything you want to see specifically, let me know. If you did like this video, please give me a like. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe. This is going out to Facebook and Twitter and all over the show. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Bye.